Hi students, in this video we will resume our class in function, but today we will talk about the recursion. So we are going to discuss one of the important concepts in function, which is recursion. What is the recursion? It's a function that call itself, right? Simply calling a function of a same function. So the recursion is the process of repeating item in a self-similar way. Some applied in the program language as well, where if a program allow you to call a function inside the same function, that it's called recursion. So we're calling a function inside the same function. As you see here, guys, this is the syntax of the recursion. We have the void recursion and recursion, the function call itself. So you have integer main here between the recursion, this recursion and recursion. We have integer main. So I want to call a main method to from here. So I'm calling recursion from here. We're going to understand the way to solve and deal with the recursion when we go when we solve the question. So the C programming language support recursion, a function to call itself, but while using the recursion program, we need to be more carefully, and we have to use it in you have to deal with it in a very careful way. Otherwise it's not going to execute itself. So the recursion function are very useful to solve many mathematical problem, like calculating factorials and also Fibonacci sequence. All right. So let's go to solve one of recursion question. It's a similar way, guys, when we dealing with the recursion. It's a similar way when we dealt with the function when we call the value or call by reference, but here we're calling by the name. So this program is to write a C program to write a factorial using recursion, right? So how are we going to do that, guys? It's the similar way, guys. We have a function declaration, we have a function call, but first of all, guys, we declare the function, which is the integer, the factorial. What is the factorial, guys? If I ask you a factorial of a number, this is how. If I ask you a factorial of a 5, what is the factorial of the 5, guys? It's 5 multiplied by 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1. All right, so this is how we calculate the 5 factorial. So what is the, if I ask you actually what is the 4 factorial, the 4 factorial, it's going to be equal to 4 multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1, all right, by 1. All right, this is how we deal with that factorial. So, okay, so first of all, guys, in this questions, he asked us to write a program to find the factorial of a number using a recursion. How we do that, guys? First of all, we declare the function integer, the fact. This is the first step to work with the function. If we were writing any function, then we declare the two values. We have n and f, and then we print the number. We scan the number. We secure a place in the memory. Right now, we calling the function. The function, it's the f equal fact. This is how we call the function. All right, the third step, now we have to declare in recursion. How we declare, we have, guys, we have a base case which is responsible to terminate the function, and also the last thing is the recursive call, right, for the function. So if n equal to 0, we return to 1. all right, we return to 1. But if n find the factorial n minus 2 minus the 1, we call itself, which means that we're going to go here. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, but when it reach to 1, it execute itself, or it's gonna return itself to the 5. All right, this is how we solve. It's a similar way that when we solve the recursion, it's a similar way when we solving the function, but the difference between them in this case, we just returning we returning the function itself. All right. Let's go to the second question. Write a C program to find the sum of the natural number using recursion. All right. Now I need to find the sum of a natural number to using that recursion. It's a similar thing, guys. First of all, we declare. I didn't declare here, but we have to declare here, and then after that, guys, we call the function. This is the call function. We want the sum of all the natural number. All right. Then finally, guys, we have to define. How we define? All right, if n equal to 0, we return to 1. So we're returning to 1 if n equals 0. But else, we gonna do the recursion call of the recursion itself. So n, it's sum n minus 1. All right, it's a similar way actually for the way that we solve the first questions, and this is how we're gonna solve the recursion all the time. All right. Okay. So now we have this question. It's a write program to find the sum of all even numbers using recursion. All right. Okay. First of all, guys, we declare the function. This is how we declare the function, integer sum, and this is the argument, integer. And then after that, we declare the two values. We have n, s. We print, we enter the value, and then we define. This is, no, here actually we calling. We don't define. This is the function call. This is the function call, and then after that, guys, we have the base. It's f, the base condition. It's fn equal 0. Return to 0, and return. And then after that, we have the recursion function call. It's the return n and sum n minus 2. All right. So here actually we having a return to 0. This is how we deal with it, guys. So the n. This is like, for example, let's say 8 plus the sum of the 6, and let's say 8 minus 2, it's obviously actually 6, and 8 or 6 minus 4, it's obviously 4, so it's going to be like that. It's going to be 6, 4, 2, and 0, because we returning here, we returning to 0. All right, we're returning from the base condition, we're returning to 0. All right, but if we dealing with the even, we're not going to return to 0. We return to 1 in the base condition. All right, because the thing is that if we return to 1 in the base condition, it's going to give us the odd number, which we're going to find it here, guys, in this program. Write a program to find the sum of the all odd number using a recursion. So you can see here, it's a similar thing, guys. We did the function, we declare the function, we call, and then after that, this is the base condition. If n equal 0, return to 1. Else we returning here, and it's going to be something like that. 7 plus 5 plus 3 is going to take all the odd numbers. All right. In next question, guys, I just need you to work on it, and we're gonna do it as a homework. It's a write recursion function in C program to print all the even and the odd number between 1 and n. But it's okay, right? I just need you guys to print all the even and odd number. When I solved this question, guys, I wrote everything and how to solve it, and also I solve it for you, but I need you guys to resolve it again and go through it. All right? Thank you, everyone.